Alright, we are online. First things first, audio check. Just doing
audio
this to
check,
make sure
1, 2,
everything's
3.
fine.
Audio check, 1, 2, 3.
You seem loud and clear to me.
Okay, I gotta be careful. I'm a little on the hot side, but I'm not gonna adjust it. It's close enough.
Yeah.
Just don't yell.
Yeah, and I'm good.
Okay. Alright, I am Mike TheZorch, here with TygraCon.
Okay, audio pass.
Those of you joining the stream today on X and Kick, you may be new to this. We've been planning to do this on X and Kick from the very beginning. But
the original idea.
That was the original idea, but our internet wouldn't cooperate. It was
There was a lot of things in the way.
There were a lot of things in the way. We kept having problems with our cable internet. They finally fixed it. It has actually been pretty solid lately.
Yeah, they finally got it nailed down after a while.
Yeah, they finally got it. They finally got it working. It's been staying consistent, which is. And we were seriously considering either going with a 5G connection or Starlink. We were even looking at saving up all the money for Starlink installation, which would have cost a lot.
But Sparklight finally nailed. They finally stopped sparking.
Yeah, they finally
They started working.
They finally stopped sparking.
What's that sparking and lighting and burning smell? Oh, that's just our internet. Yeah, they were spark lighting, all right. Spark lighting all over the place.
But this is...
But they finally nailed it.
Yeah. But we are finally on here. For those who are joining us for the first time on the other platforms, this stream, the Lore Quest, it's about the lore of Final Fantasy, but also it is about playing the game for a friend of ours who is in a nursing home and isn't able to play it anymore. He missed the two of the best expansions this game has ever had, Shadowbringers and Endwalker. He got halfway there to Shadowbringers. About halfway to Shadowbringers.
Plus or minus.
Everything started falling apart on him, and I literally mean falling apart. Won't go into details, but let's just say he's
now in a nursing home.
Yeah, he's in a nursing home. I'm not going to go too much into detail there. But he's online with us on Discord. He is watching Tygra's stream. And I am streaming to a restreaming service called Aircast. And I found this better than Restream. Restream is like... It's what everybody else uses, but it's expensive. It is really expensive for what they do. This does pretty much almost identical to what they do, but it's much cheaper. I think it's like under $10 a month, whereas they wanted like somewhere close to 30 for like just a few extra channels. I can have 5 channels all at once or more. So I can stream to my channel, I can stream to Gamers Bay, I can stream to my channel on Kick, I can stream to my channel here, I can stream to my account on X.
You can basically stream where you want.
I can stream where I want. I can set it up and stream where I want. The one thing that doesn't quite work perfectly, which is what Restream does well, is Chat Relay. Chat Relay does not work perfectly well on Aircast, but Aircast is a newer service, so they're still working those out.
It may come someday.
It will come someday. And as more people use them, they'll get better.
Probably more expensive.
Maybe.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Because this is holding up fairly well.
So, yeah, Dave can't actually play the game anymore, so he's watching us play through the game.
Yeah.
we're going through it so he gets a chance to see the story that he never got to see.
Yeah.
And he's in a position now that he really can't do that anymore. So we're kind of doing this for him. That's our main purpose.
He plays a bit more chill game. He plays No Man's Sky. That's a bit more chill for him.
Yeah, it's at a pace he can handle. This game, especially when you get into Shadowbringers and Endwalker, it's at a pace he would have difficulty handling.
Yeah. I mean, we had to help him with the fight with Lakshmi in Alamigo.
So this is the best way to get him through it.
Yeah.
So we can finally see the story he never got to see.
Yeah. Alright, to recap where we've been, we just finished Heavensward, where the main...
3.0.
The 3.0. We finished 3.0.
We kicked Thorin's butt yesterday.
Yeah, we kicked Thorin's
that's the other thing, is the archive of the journey up to this point is on YouTube.
Yep.
So we started from the beginning of Realm Reborn, but 2.1, right after the fight with Van Balzar.
Yeah.
Such devastation. We started past that.
No. Oh, and links to my YouTube channel is on ZorchCentral.com. You can go there and go get a link to my channel, and there's a whole playlist there of all the videos starting from day 1 on up. Some of the playback videos are not the best because that's when we had our internet problems.
Yeah.
You know, but you would be able to watch our last video where we kicked Thorin's butt, and then watched La Habrea get his just desserts.
Yes.
So we finally
we do things a little differently. We are not as fast. We don't rush. And I think the other thing for anybody new is, may not be aware, is we typically take our time. We're not in a super fast hurry. We're not rushing the story. We're not plowing through it at maximum velocity. We do take our time. We do wander around a little more. Just a choice and preference, and it's a little bit of some of Dave's choices too, and some of that. Yeah. So we don't rush. If you're looking for instant gratification, story beat A, B, C, D, it back to back, this is that's not how we do it here.
Yeah,
we do things a little differently.
Also,
we do read the dialogue. We do read the dialogue as best we can.
We don't bring up the map when we're going through adventures like this. We don't bring up this map. We follow.
So we let ourselves get lost a little bit.
We might get lost a little bit.
It's a Dave thing.
And whenever there's dialogue choices, it's Dave's choice.
We let him choose.
Yep.
Yeah.
You let him choose.
So some of these things are to his preference.
And whenever there's any interesting lore beats and stuff, we'll stop and discuss those.
Yeah.
As long as there's no major spoilers for Dave and a cat wants to be held, and I can't hold away.
Yes, we usually have cat interruptions. There will be occasions, like what happened yesterday, where Dave has real-world situations he has to deal with there on his side. So if he calls a pause, the only thing we can do is just stop and wait. Yeah, this is predominantly for him. We're just letting everyone else tag along.
The reason why we picked this particular time, 7 to 10, is because that's when he has the least amount of interruptions from the staff. There.
It doesn't mean no interruptions. It's just the least interruptions.
Doesn't mean no interruptions. It's like he might have some kind of emergency on his end, or they might be coming in to check on things like they did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, they tend to leave him alone around this time. They might come in with a snack or whatever. He has a roommate, so he's on push to talk. So that, because his roommate plays the TV pretty loud, so we have him on push to talk.
There's multiple reasons. There's privacy concerns. There is copyright concerns from the stream. That way we don't have that distracting television.
We don't.
So there's multiple reasons.
It channel, works, but it keeps YouTube happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just less issues. But he can talk whenever he wants to, right, Dave?
That is correct.
There he is.
Yep. So.
Okay, I think we got a preamble out of the way.
And he is on a better connection himself. He got himself
he upgraded.
He got himself a 5G modem so that he can play he couldn't play No Man's Sky, the multiplayer side of No Man's Sky, and do the community.
They have a network. They have a Wi-Fi network there at his facility, but it's got a lot of nanny software on it, so
it's got a
very
really
limited.
restrictive proxy on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He couldn't even go to some of his favorite video sites.
So
or Twitch.
He got around to getting that fixed. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his roommate, I think, has his own.
He got one too.
Wireless
from what's been said. So.
Yeah.
That way they can get out and do things in terms of the internet.
So he can watch anime sites. He can go to Twitch, get Twitch drops for No Man's Sky and other games and a bunch of other stuff. So, and he can watch Tygra's stream in better quality. And since our connection's better now, we can stream out to him, and I can stream out at the same time, and we can play the game all at once. And it's been behaving. All right.
So yesterday, after we beat Thornton, they wanted to meet Vidofnir. Lucia wanted to say hi to Vidofnir and try to open a dialogue. And then Kryl showed up yesterday, so we're getting to meet.
Yep.
We just met her yesterday, and she wants to come say hello to Matoya. So that's kind of up to the moment where we are.
That's where we are, and I'm holding a cat at the moment, giving her some lovin's, giving her some pettings. I'll have to put her down here in a minute, because she gets super insistent if she wants to be held. Usually she does that when your paws are cold. Or our cats, whenever we start focusing on something, that's when they go bonkers, and then they start wanting us to hold them or pet them or do whatever. We're
They're
just
cats.
sitting here, we're playing games, whatever, we're doing we're playing games or just watching videos and stuff. They're just fine to go off and do their own thing. But the second we start focusing on something, it's like a signal to them, and they come running and go, hold me, hold me, hold me. Especially this one.
So really, we're held up by Callie right now.
Yeah, we're held up by Callie. She's purring. Alright, Callie. I gotta put you down, maybe. Yeah, hold you and play the game at the same time. I'll have 4 arms.
Meow.
Alright.
Alright, we ready?
Yep.
Okay.
If I recall, you were reading
I was reading
Kryl.
We each sort of pick characters that we reread. My voice tends to be higher pitched, so I read most of the female characters. In the eye of the beholder, though I probably won't have much to read on this one.
Probably.
Oh, I guess I did. I have heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured they are all true. Oh, that's Gistola. Rest assured they are all true. This way, and have care where you tread. It's just getting started, so I'm a little off.
Yep.
Alright, cave entrance. He's probably thinking, man, this is Grand Central Station these days.
trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were
I
obliterated
wanna know
by a
more about
magic of
that.
immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Kryl, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the Scions of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing Scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
What,
You could travel the
we're
length
carrying
and
around
breadth of
5?
the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure.
6.
Its
Probably
value
9.
is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
And warriors of old had to bring bowling balls around.
Yeah.
Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
Transporter accident?
Mm-hmm.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Okay.
He dropped us off by the exit.
Yep. Oh. Need to actually exit the cave.
Wait, they they put us right by the exit.
Yeah, but they didn't take us outside.
Simon didn't say again. Wait a minute. Where is? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, it is outside. Arg. Hold on. Where is Alpha now? Hold on. I took a wrong turn. Where is? Okay, this way. What did he do? Run all the way off?
Yeah, they went to Tailfeather.
Just, you know, see ya, bye. All right. Tailfeather it is, and Tailfeather we shall go, and they just said, see ya.
It sounds as if they may even teleported to there as far as that we're concerned.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they would have. Well, wait a minute. What about Cryo? Has she been there?
I don't think so.
How would they have gotten her there?
I don't know. But I'm saying that's
Technically,
just.
they walked, but they went.
They insta-walked, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Alphanud and Y'shtola have been to Tailfeather, so they could have attuned. But so in the story, she's not been there. Then again, she used to live near here, so maybe she's been there in those times. This is the one part of the story that I do not know, and that's the island of Val.
Yeah.
And that's the one I want to see, because I've known about that since way back when. They talked about that's part of like 1.1 or 1.2. 2.1, 2.2.
The answers to what happened to the Isle of Val are explained in Eureka. We have to do the Eureka. We have to do the Eureka content.
That's gonna take a hot minute.
Yep.
All right.
All that is Eureka.
And when was that introduced? In what expansion?
I think that was introduced in. I think Eureka
I want to say either
was
Stormblood or Shadowbringers.
I think it was Shadowbringers.
There were times I took breaks in those eras, and I never did all the content there was to do.
Yeah.
So I actually.
There's a lot to Eureka. I watched Cider Spider's video on it. There's a lot to it.
Yeah, I think if that was Shadowbringers, then I probably could have been it, but I chose not to do that content myself.
Well, you didn't get that far to even choose.
You've got situations where what people do outside in the open zone area of Eureka affects how powerful the boss inside certain places will be. And things like that.
That's the thing is, I do want to do that content.
Yeah.
And that's where you and me were kind of talking about how much we want to do, which side of the story. And that it's...
Yeah, because we were talking about even that Alexandra.
Yeah, there's
Alexander
to do too.
I never did look that up.
Which is something that my character did do, as well as
Yeah, Dave has seen
Empire.
Dave has seen Alexander.
and parts of that first one, between 2.0 to 3.0.
I've seen portions of. I've seen portions of Binding Coil. I've never done Alexander. I've never done Mock. Never done that place. That's another big raid.
Wait, haven't you done that?
No, I've never done that.
Wouldn't
But you did. Wait,
Yeah, that's
yeah. Wait,
what-
that was. You
Yeah.
sure?
Yep.
Okay, that's a rock.
You turned too early?
Or did I turn too late?
But
No map is not helping.
Yeah.
I think I'm going the basic right way.
Yeah.
I need to find the marker to
think we're
come
going-
this
There
way.
it is. There it is. I see it.
Are we headed for it?
Yeah. Come my direction, you'll get to it.
Where are you? Oops. I was just looking for you. Where are you?
You're moving away from me.
Getting lost. There you are. There it is. Okay.
Go.
Got
Wrong
it.
way.
I need to find the marker where to turn. Many of the markers I've memorized, but not all of them. This is one of the ones that's trickier because it's just out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
and the fact that you have one,
I know about in the road where to
fine.
turn, but I'm not sure the exact angle to take. And there are no markers. It's just sort of that way. What do we got over here? Standard dragon. Oh, we also tend to do, if we come across a larger fate or some kind of world boss or something that we'll tackle if we dare. We actually did one. It's in the stream. We actually had an encounter with the behemoth in the Central Highlands, and that was the first time I had ever even seen it. I tanked that thing
seen
cold.
it before, but I was too low level to participate.
Like, that was more than me, because I had never even... We were just wandering around like we do now, and we just stumbled across it. I'm like, whoa, where'd that come... Oh, I know what that is. Oh, crap. Now what do we do? Partly, he was also in our way.
Yeah.
So we proceeded to remove him from that being in our way.
Sort of like Odin.
He wasn't as bad. I will say when we did run into Odin that we actually survived that. That's in the stream. That's in our history too. Encountered both Odin and Behemoth and survived them both.
Yeah. There was a high level hunt that we fought in the Western Korathos. That was pretty tough.
I think it was a Class A. We're pretty much far over that.
Yeah.
It's when we get into later zones where it's going to get probably a little spicy.
He had that frost ability that sort of fit.
Yeah, that was annoying. It was just taking us longer.
He was a bit of a. He was
thick.
Wasn't doing too much damage though.
It took a while to chew through him.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is he wasn't hitting hard enough to actually kill us though. He was just thick.
Uh-oh. I feel a sneeze fit coming on. They don't sneeze like normal people. When we sneeze, they come in multiple bursts. Okay, it's subsiding. Phew.
Now begins the hurricane.
Oh. Bandersnatch. I like that name. Bandersnatch.
Yeah, it's come to steal your steaks.
Steaks?
What else has he used his claws for but to slice off chunks of meat that he grows up as steaks?
We should be approaching it here.
Yeah.
How come they never... Did they actually... No, they didn't. They never go into town. They always sit outside here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, so right out, Bernard.
Alfie.
Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization.
Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals.
Fear not, Cryle. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose.
This is impressive. You drew him from memory?
A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split up into two pairs. Stola and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Momo and Cryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near North Astva and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it.
That starts the whole thing with Alphanet and his artwork. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we best get started. Find me when you're finished making your rounds. Okay, so...
Okay.
Let's see if anybody has seen...
There's Lepard.
Searching for a friend of yours. Let's have a look, then. No, ain't seen him around, sorry. Where's the next one? Is he in? Look, he's inside.
I think the next one's inside, yeah.
That's where I'm headed. Yeah, I figured this guy would probably be. What's that you've got there? A sketch? Can't say I know his face. You say he's something of a warrior. I heard tell the other day about a hireling vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style. Way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sounds like your man. Somebody over here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's back in this area here.
Hyrule man, we're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow.
Okay.
So, Kryle's back at the bug hut. Right? Oh no, she's over here.
There sounds like at least two individuals that could meet that description.
Yeah.
Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Seems to be a ways off.
Yep.
So, okay, it's over this way. I think it's back over.
It's back over there where the bugs are.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm headed.
The bug people.
Insect City. Round we go. Okay, we're getting close.
Yep. I see sparklies.
Mm-hmm. Trial says, we were to meet here, were we not? Alfie!
Alpha nerd.
It's a good view for the time of night that it is.
Yeah. I apologize for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could.
Many have made camp in accessible locations, ideal for hunting game. Not so receiving visitors.
Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build matched Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So, you have heard the same tales. But that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof.
Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seems a rather curious description for one of his kind. You're implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself?
Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name's day. As your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. You just implicated yourself, Alfie.
Oh, Alfie. Oh, no.
No. It goes, you saw what?
Oh, no. It is now.
Well, is it now?
It is it now?
Well, I was pleased to see you.
Keep digging, boy. Keep digging.
Just hand the boy a shovel. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred would himself would find himself in the same predicament.
In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no?
Quite right, Corral. Quite
I was
right.
trying to give him an out.
Save the poor boy. Oh, we got one chat. An emoji on X on Kick.
Okay.
Welcome to the stream. Okay.
Alright.
A little slow, a little late. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Loth Vath. We must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone. Come along.
He's trying to get himself out of trouble.
Poor Alfie.
Somebody got an eyeful. He just should have kept his mouth shut and he'd have been fine. Oh, no.
You know how many pirates would have killed for that chance? There's a lot of Limsons. A lot of guys in Limbs of Lamensa who would have paid good coin to see that.
Though knowing Estella, they paid all right.
Alright.
Okay, let's see if the storyteller's got a story to tell.
Vath storyteller.
Was I reading him? Or were you reading him?
I think you were reading him.
Okay. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lost Vath. What do you seek this day?
We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings.
How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey?
No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing.
Good. He is a friend to the Vath as well. One with whom we have traded many times.
Truly. And you are quite certain it is this man?
Unto Loth Nath. Not long ago, when he heard the Dwarf of One Mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana has returned.
Oh, that's your line. Okay. Vidofnir did say that the Nath had grown as before. But what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's aid.
Go, great hunters. Let the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. Let the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. What in the world? Mute the spam.
What is all that?
I don't know. I'm going to temporarily mute that. Where is that at? Notification sounds. Free company. Somebody dumped the wrong thing into the wrong chat and it made a lot of noise. So we're just going to mute that for now. Okay. Okay, so we got to go get Thancred.
I think they were talking about a cult crescent content. Heard Mr. Happy talk about that. I don't know what it entails. It's
Oh, he was trying to. You know what? The funny thing is, he's trying to put out a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because that's one of the features they're going to be adding, that he wouldn't need to do this in the future.
They're releasing that because it was a mod. There was a mod that let you do it. So they're basically they're giving people what they've been wanting. Is a way to strategize.
It's, from the sound of it, pretty competitive with it too.
Yeah.
But the person that was spamming the chat was trying to post a strategy in the chat, and it was spamming.
Yeah.
He didn't intend for it to go there, but...
No.
Okay, so where are we? Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, we're going that way. He's down this way somewhere. Actually, it's pretty interesting, the visual of that up there, because it's clear right now, so you can see what really belongs to it. Just getting a look at it.
Yeah.
It's like, look up from here and you'll see it.
See all the
smoke or something.
Some kind of gas coming off of the buildings.
Yeah, it's just it's a clear night, so you can see it clearly. Let's see, we're headed in here. All right, Thancred, where are you hiding at? Oh. Zap.
Okay. Sparkly.
Who else could be? Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
He's blowing the place up. I wonder if that's what it sounds like when we're fighting a primal at a distance.
That's not Thancred.
Nope.
Well, considering the fact that one report said one with an axe.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
And I know Thancred uses daggers. Echo to echo.
Oh, Dave doesn't know the backstory to this.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Scions forever.
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not!
They had no idea what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you are the warrior of light. The savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Alright, people. It's getting a little big for your britches here.
Somebody ain't playing.
Nope.
Drop kicked him.
Not very sporting of you to
Oh,
interrupt.
Zax does have the blood.
But so be it.
I was curious if his axe had the blood.
Yeah.
It
Mark well
does.
our faces, warrior of light. For we
Does it?
are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
More than you know. Does his axe have the blood? It looked like it did.
I think it does.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
It's like...
Thancred, are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
They've got his new voice now.
Yeah.
That's the one that carries, I think, all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay. Who was doing Thancred?
I always voiced him.
Did you?
Alright,
Okay.
you're in the way, bird.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether.
That's when women wish there wasn't a thing in the way.
Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
They keep showing the nutkin, covering him up.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
Yeah, we can confirm
If
that.
these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
I have no idea.
Or even why they were considered warriors of darkness, when maybe because of where they're from, it has to be the opposite of here.
That's an interesting guess. Yeah, I'm not going to answer that question.
It was just a statement.
Afanad is lost in thought, doubtlessly ruminating on the implications of your encounter with the Warriors of Darkness.
I wasn't lost in thought about this encounter with a Yestola.
Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals. Despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause.
I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like. Not would any of us, I think. None of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for One of our duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Thancred found Tygra.
She said Yida and Yida and Papalinmo found Momo.
Ha!
Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god.
I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primal's without our knowledge. 'Twould imply gross negligence on our part.
Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must need concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Radofmir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emberic's invitation.
Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony has given me a striking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg for her assistance with the search for Menphilia.
Wait, Menphilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Momo. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence.
Let's trigger that poor guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, they brought us all the way back over here. Okay. There's a lot about these Warriors of Darkness we cannot talk about right now.
Yeah.
That's something Dave's gonna just have to wait on.
Mm-hmm.
Just consider that we have been introduced in this segment here. That means that there's a long time coming before the end of their story is going to be.
It's stunning how early it is, though.
Yeah.
But then again, Kryl was talked about in 2.0. So it's interesting how
2.0, yeah. When Phileas mentioned her.
Yeah. Because I forget exactly where they were on the airship with Sid after they got out of the castrum when she mentions her.
Yeah.
She calls her by name. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she has long since departed for Ishgard.
My thanks, Fenofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana has been summoned by the Nap. Lord who had been summoned by the Nap has again been laid low.
Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks.
Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hand.
Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter. I have tidings for thee as well.
Regarding the Ishgardian invitation?
As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years I have mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream. Yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's conviction, be it for weal or for woe, Such is the folly and the glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light.
Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation?
Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people.
We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Ysael. Would that you were here to see it.
We still got one Nidhogg to deal with.
Yeah.
Since when does it rain in Ishgard?
Celebrating
No.
the return of a long-lost friend. Honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide. Honorable men, who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men, whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame.
Got him.
And who sang as it burned.
Yeah, it's like, since when did it rain in Ishgard?
Or thunder, even.
Yeah.
I mean, I get why they did it. It makes it seem more dramatic, but
Yeah.
Ishgard's too cold for that. Okay. I did want to point out the blood on his axe, though. I mean, even if I can't talk about what that's about,
Yeah.
it was curious to me if it was there, because that's important.
Oh, yeah.
But that scene was important too because of what it was. But it's something we cannot talk about.
Yeah.
That's beyond Dave's
What he
previous
currently
progress.
knows. Yeah.
You were saying about the Warrior of Darkness's accent, I guess.
Yes. I bring it up. I'll just say I bring it up for a point to be made later.
Yeah, well,
And
I
what
was
it
curious because the fact that Thancred was not using an axe, so
Yeah, that was
assumed it had
the
to be.
tell that we were chasing somebody else, and that since when did Thancred pick up an axe? That's what they were doing, is they were making that confusion deliberate to go, why does he have an axe? They were talking about two different people. And he's a hero, so it was obviously confusing because he's about the same size as Thancred.
Yeah,
And he
well,
was the same race.
I got that point early on that they were talking about two different individuals.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's interesting is nobody mentioned the band of people he was traveling with.
No. They only saw the one guy.
Perhaps they had split up for a reason, and only when they were having to deal with the Primal that they banded together.
They could have separated looking for him. That's possible.
Yeah.
It's reasonable logic. That they were scouring the area knowing Ravana was here, but trying to find out where to look for him and searching the area for information. And it's plausible. I've always liked this zone. It's a very chill, very relaxing zone.
Yeah.
It's always really
trees.
Yeah, it's a quiet place. It's nice. I like it. I mean, I don't know. It's just a me thing. I don't know. It's weird. I always liked being in this zone, though.
You know, with all these humongous trees, I wonder if this is a certain forest.
Oh. No, it's too far north.
Okay.
Because the areas are indicative of their other location, so they are in approximately the same place.
Ah.
A certain kingdom with a particularly Irish-speaking character happens to be where Ishgard sits today.
Ah.
Remember, there was a flood. The water that had risen, the land it covered, that's what was once there.
Okay.
They moved in later.
Okay. Alrighty then.
So, no, this would be... The land we are in now no longer exists. And that's as cryptic can get.
Yes.
Oh, that one looks different. Way to find out, isn't there? Get ready for a brawl, because this might be a Class S.
Okay.
Because this is definitely bigger than... This is definitely not the one we were fighting the other day. Ooh, he is thick. Didn't hit too hard, so I think we're alright. Ooh! Ouch! I won't out of the way of that. Alright, you. Yeah, we got this. He's just meaty.
Stun me.
Yeah.
Ow.
They were alright. Not even hurting my Chookaboo. It's actually a bird. If this is all he can do, we're good. He's just meaty.
Some mighty beefy steak.
Well, you were talking about steak earlier. I think this guy's got plenty of meat on him.
Oh, yeah.
You could feed all of Ishgard with this guy. Or at least tail feather. Alright,
40
he's down.
seals. Okay. We got something out of that.
What did we get?
Faded copy of Against the Wind.
Oh, I think you got that.
And... wait a minute. Irregular Tombstones of Revelation.
Oh, that's for the Moogle guy. That's for the Moogle in town.
Ah.
To see what he has to offer.
Okay. Okay. When did I get this?
You got the prize, though. I didn't get anything else.
I've got gear in here. Where'd this come from?
I've got to clean up my inventory. My inventory is melted. I need to spend some offline time to clean up. I haven't been playing this character's been dedicated to this task, and he's a little out of sorts. I got cleanup to do.
Okay.
A lot of cleanup to do. It's messy in here. Alright, I'm ready. Let's get back on the road.
Alrighty then. I've got stuff I didn't know I had. Alright. Where are you at?
I'm right
There
here.
you are. Okay. Let's be gone. Let's be went.
Sounds like both of you need some cleanup.
Well,
time.
when I'm not playing this, I'm on another character, so I don't usually do anything with this character because I'm trying to keep them in sync, but I know that there's kind of come a point where I have to just spend some time on him to do certain things.
I haven't
Because
picked
for
up
me-
all of my I haven't picked up all of my retainers. I've only got a few. I have to pick up my other ones.
Well, not only that, this character's leveling ends when we get done with Shinryu. This character is no longer New Game Plus.
Yeah,
So
I'll be
He's got-
New Game Plus all the way till Dawn Trail.
Dawn Trail.
Yeah. Although my other jobs will probably need leveling at some point.
Yeah, well, there's 5 that I'm focusing on.
Yeah.
Because it's one of each role.
Yep.
Marauder, Machinist, I think Scholar, and then Ninja and Summoner.
I'm doing Sage, Dancer, Viper, Gunbreaker,
The MSQ will help me level them.
Pictomancer, and I've got White Mage for when we need extra
The
firepower.
MSQ just sort of the story. When you're doing it for the first time, the game pours XP on you, and it's at a point these days where you're best to try to level multiple characters together, because the game pours so much XP that you're gonna run out of the need for XP long before you you're gonna hit 100 long before you should. And
Yeah.
otherwise, all that XP from the MSQ will be wasted. So if you level them together, it gives you enough. It could keep you in sync. If you
Yeah.
throw in extra content, it would be more than enough. But if you don't have the MSQ, things get a little more challenging.
They're
little
gonna
more
have
grindy.
They're gonna have the new deep dungeon and.
Yeah, and those are things you can
stuff.
do to definitely to make up stuff. You got the
Is
deep
that coming
dungeon.
with the next patch, or or no? Saw Mr. Happy's video on it, but he didn't mention it. Or are they waiting until the expansion for that? Excuse me. Or is
I
it?
want to say it is in there.
Or is it
Part of me wants to say it's in there
7.5?
already. There's
Or
a part of
is
me
it
that's thinking it's
7.5?
already there.
Well, there's supposed to be upgrades and stuff for the first deep dungeon to match.
Maybe it is being added then.
Yeah. I know 7.5 is the last patch before the expansion.
Well, not. It's been more likely 7.55. They always split the last one in two.
Ah, yeah.
The 7.5 series is extensive.
But this next one, it's coming.
It's
on the
usually
16th,
treated as
is
two.
Pretty big. There's a lot coming in this next up patch.
None of it'll directly affect us, I think,
Yeah.
but that's fine. Most of it's higher level content, but that's what you'd expect. That's where they need it the most.
Yeah.
And keep people occupied. MMO retention is difficult these days. Keeping people's attention in this age of distraction, it's really hard.
No. Everybody's going squirrel.
Yeah.
It almost seems like when have they not been going squirrel somewhere around here?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. So, and the thing is, it's not just them struggling. The entire game industry is struggling. The challenges between competing with varying ideas, and then also AI is challenging things in ways it's never been challenged before. Economies are not doing so great in certain places and certain things. So corporations are kind of acting silly. So there's all kinds of challenges right now going on.
Yeah.
So everyone's kind of struggling. Trying to find the formula to keep everyone going is tough.
That's the thing. I forget who said. Oh, I think it was Linus who had said it. That even though Crucial is going away, Micron will still be selling memory chips. That doesn't stop some other company from making their own memory.
Well, that has a lot to do with the AI thing. And like I said, that's a bubble that's going to go poof.
Yeah.
Where are we headed, by the way? We're in Foundation, so where are they?
Headed this way.
But that AI bubble's going to pop eventually.
Yeah.
And when it does, I think getting rid of Crucial was not the smartest thing to do. I think they could pay for that later. But that's a different story for another time.
Yeah.
All right, Alfie, what do we got?
Right. Let us not keep Suremmerk waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, quite well. Forgive me, you have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dramanians, and our friends nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there is no end to our troubles.
We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted task and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me in time. We will find Ida and Papalimo and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will soon look back on together.
Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphant moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough. And you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt.
Yes, you will.
I know you will. So then, to the congregation.
They don't know yet.
No. Someone tried to stabby.
Yes. You have returned. It is in this at least the fates are kind.
Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vadofnir has accepted Suremmerk's invitation.
He has. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them.
Is he otherwise engaged? I think you were reading her. No, I was.
No, you were.
I was reading. I sleeping off a knife to his gut? What? What happened? Will he live?
The Trehergans tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Artrial not been on the hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow.
The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom.
'Tis plain these fires were started by the assassins' conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it.
Ready then.
Alright.
There's trouble in Ishgard.
It's the dying of the light. The flames are spreading. You know, it'd be nice if they'd have put some kind of animation outside for just flames. That would have been good. Some reflection.
Yeah.
The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified.
Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern.
If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the affected area, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alphanud and Mistress Y'shtola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in foundation.
As you wish. Mayhap Totoro can be of assistance as well.
Meaning Tygra and me get the pillars.
Meaning Momo and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and I may say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet the name's Hilda. A Scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages.
I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort if you learn aught of value. Pray inform me immediately. That is all.
While we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passers-by, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. I, the infamous Lord Imanolaine de Fortam, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestions, Momo. He'll be at the cruiser, most like, making an effort to be seen. So let's go and see him. Grizzled I will accept, but old? You went a different way.
Hmm?
I think you took a different way.
Well, he's a little bit further over than it looked like. Oh, okay, he's over. Okay, Corsair is the shopping area.
The Crozier, yeah. The Jude Crozier.
I went up. I got it mixed up with Hoplin. Alright. I'm coming.
Here they are. Alright, Manolane.
I think I was reading him, if I recall correctly. Well, well, if it isn't Tygra, dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy? Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business, that. And awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hoplin is washed with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplin. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old boy. I will have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gratefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists.
That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplin, Momo, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so kind as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Couldn't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes.
I'd have already been there, done that.
That wouldn't be a good idea for someone to try and do that to Thancred.
It wouldn't end well for them, no.
No, it wouldn't end well.
Considering he's more rogue than you would think.
I mean, look at what he just whipped up on earlier. He gave the Warriors of Light a thrashing when they were given. He was giving the Warriors of Darkness a thrashing while they were knocking the Warrior of Light on his ass. So,
yeah.
Okay.
There's Vault Priest.
Come, my brothers and sisters, there is food and shelter enough for all in the ballista. Halone's blessings be upon... Okay.
Halone's blessing be upon you, Father. I confess we are not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Dravanians.
Trust in your heart, brother, and pray no heed for the lives of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? Yeah. Time to deal with these people. So, the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Yeah, they as sus as anything.
Mm-hmm.
Group over here.
Okay, ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do.
Mm-hmm. They seem awfully willing to help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. That's about important.
There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window. And then there was smoke everywhere. And it was so hot, I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all.
You know, it's funny, they focused on her a lot. Even in the very beginning, we saw her in cutscenes. Who, Malene's?
No, yeah, that one's, their face is smudged.
Yeah, but it's interesting because in the very earliest cutscenes, you do see her a few times.
Yeah.
And she's down in the burn normally. Which way did we go?
Down.
Which side?
Past
like
her and down. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprits. While we were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymond's Cathedral, and another near the Tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the 2 locations when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alpanad will doubtless have an opinion. Okay, in the broom, that means we go down. We're right here.
Oh, it's darker down here than normal.
Yeah. And it's snowing.
Where are they at?
I see them.
There they are.
A nerd. Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, Momo. I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect.
We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You got the wrong man!
My, but you reek of oil. And are those burns on your hands? An occasional hazard, I suppose.
Occupational hazard.
An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well?
I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me.
Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down.
That's bollocks. He's the one who told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me can find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind. Tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day, like a good man. But he came to me.
And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, as long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there.
That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess?
Well, I have seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk.
And if our captive had called your bluff?
Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough.
True strike.
Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons are orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed.
The church has the most illusion all of what's going on. Mm-hmm. They're losing power because their faith is meaningless now. Or at least they're the stories they would tell.
Yeah.
Instead of adapting, they're trying to use coercion.
Yeah.
Not smart move.
No. I mean, there's their religion around Halone, but I think they're trying to keep the whole thing with the dragons.
They're trying to keep that because
they're trying to keep that narrative.
It's a way to force people to follow the church.
Yeah.
Rather than letting people just come here willingly to try to... Basically, they're trying to force the issue and it ain't working.
Yeah. It's causing problems.
Because religions either have to adapt or die when the foundation gets ripped up.
Mm-hmm.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though we fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned his master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Atriel, are you come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring his salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more.
My lord Artoriel did not seem to be in the best of spirits.
'Tis little wonder, Master Alphanud. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Well, that's a way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh. As goes light, so goes darkness. So this will be the last quest for 3.1, I think is we're on.
Yeah.
One patch down.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next Archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel.
It's got to be hard for Count Edmund to let that happen, because the last time one of his sons went in there, they didn't come out alive. That had to be a hard choice.
Yeah.
Because it was almost under the same similar circumstances he lost Hoshifon.
Well, they were dealing
because
with the
of
Heaven's Ward at the time. They're gone. These are just
but it's still
just Temple Knights now.
It's still dangerous, though.
Yeah.
But it is kind of under similar situations where stuff's gone awry with the religion of the nation, and then the vault's right in the middle of it, and he recently just lost a son there, so...
Yeah. That had to have...
It's got to sting a little bit to say yes to that. Because here we are going back into the vault to go deal with malcontents.
Yeah.
Emmerich going in, and then one of his sons going in. This has got to be nerve-wracking for the poor guy.
There was no version of this where change was going to happen peacefully.
Yeah, especially when you wrap religion up into it, it can really go sideways pretty fast. Where is the actual... Where are we supposed to go?
We need to go around some more.
That, and it's been 1,000 years of fighting?
Yeah, that's a part of it. Because the church is losing control and they don't want to give it up. You think these guys have honorable means? Wait a minute. Okay, instance. Oh yeah, we're going in.
And this isn't the vault, though. Okay.
Listen well.
Something else?
Actually, that's not let me get out of this conversation. It'll prompt me here in a moment. Hold on. Okay, no. I want to do this as tank. Okay.
I'm gonna try Gunbreaker.
Okay. All right, you ready to talk to Emmerich?
Yep.
Okay. Listen well. We will enter the Ballistica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thornton the Seventh. Might be the same true of the rest. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness of which they seized control of the vault, I think it highly likely. Yes, which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Archerwell, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you choose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Ouch. Halone, as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. You know, I did notice one thing when they showed the refugees. That one female character that they give her name. I think it's Malene. Was it not Malene? But I forget her name. She was in that scene front and center. Did you notice?
Yeah.
I don't know why they want. I think she's like kind of the placeholder for the whole idea of it, because you see her a lot.
Yeah.
You don't ever really, and she's the one that Vidofnir rescues.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because of that scene.
Probably setting it up. Chekhov's gun.
Yeah, Chekhov's gun. I mean, they've been Chekhov gunning with her for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Because she's like, you see her a lot.
You ready?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm already in.
Oh.
Oops. Well, there's no cutscene. It just goes straight into fighting. So.
Yeah.
We just charge straight in. And they are not paying me any attention. So much for doing normal pinky things.
I don't know much about Gunbreaker.
Sir Emmerich the Blue, Ragged Refugee, Stella Vendetta. Surprised you still doesn't have her full name. They sometimes put additional names on characters. Like Sir Emmerich the Blue. You must hurry. The others were taken... Okay, I can't read it fast enough. Okay.
You must hurry. The others were taken elsewhere by Sir somebody.
It's hard to read because it's scripted, so it's just going forward regardless.
Yeah. Should have voiced this part.
Yeah, this is one they should have voiced. Secure the hostages, Tygra. Leave the others to us. You will pay me attention. There's no interaction. Rescue the hostages. Well, it doesn't really... That's closed. Was I supposed to go a different direction? They took the others somewhere. How it happened so quickly? Wait, where are they supposed to go here? Okay, that gate opened. That helps. Are we supposed to follow Emmerich?
I don't remember.
You underestimated.
I'm just following Emmerich right now. I don't know where it's supposed to be going. It says rescue the hostage. I'm just assuming that this is what we're doing. We got a whole field of... Okay, I got some normal dialogue. When you get a normal... I'm at where Sir Emmerich's facing him. He's got a normal dialogue window, so I'll wait there.
Yeah, we're going up to...
That's where you fight the second, or
yeah.
I think it's the first boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're headed where I am. And I'm wait. We're in a conversation screen.
Okay,
so
I'm
cutscene.
there.
So. Okay. Sir Seminard, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and naysay and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy they showed the Archbishop. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So this is to be a trial then, Lord Atriel. Or then, Lord Atriel, Tygra, leave us and save the hostages. I shall deal with Sir Semeroid. Okay. So they're pointing us downward. Okay, so those two are going at it. What's that thing?
We've got...
Open the backside. Okay, these guys are down. Okay, there's the bond. There must be others, but where? Okay, I guess we go this way. Traitor, Kinslayer, okay, that guys are still at it over there. Which way? Okay, that looks... Wait a minute, I just got duty failed. What'd I miss?
I don't know.
Hold on, I got kicked out. Go back in. It's not always clear what to do in some of these.
I know. Especially this one. This one's complicated.
It's confusing because the paths are like going all over the place. and they're going ahead of you and just running in random different directions. So it's like, okay, so what am I? And it's more than just losing because you got killed. It's like you have to satisfy whatever win condition you're supposed to be dealing with. So I missed something somewhere, and I don't even know what it was. This place is a bit of a maze. Alright, so. Okay. Lead the work of the Archbishop's former servant. Sounded the alarm. Okay.
Where'd they go? I'm about to get a
Yeah, there's a point where they just run off, and you're like, which way am I supposed to go? They leave you standing in the middle of the room.
Yeah, I'm about to lose.
They just run off on you?
Yep.
Did they get you too?
Yep.
That part gets confusing. It's like, well, where am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
Alright, so up this guy.
Are we oh, wait a minute, there's some enemies here.
And this door opens in a moment. I figured that much out. I was lost a while ago and I walked away from this door and it did open. There's something where it all happens so quickly. Yes, things happens quickly. It just sort of happens on its own. Okay, so this door is open. Okay, so we go with Emmerich. He runs to this room, and we're supposed to turn around. They point us in that direction and say, go that way. Okay, so they get into a conversation. They send their droids after us. Emmerich says, I got this, go help, and then what?
Not at that part yet.
Down with you!
They turn us back around. We're not following anybody anymore. That's where it's open. Well, that's what I'm not sure of. Which way is that? Oh, wait, there's something going on over there. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. Come back here. We're killing the refugees. I got this guy's attention. Now let's get his attention. They're just ignoring you. Even when you're a tank, you try to get them off, they just keep sitting there attacking.
Yeah.
You can't get him to back off. Alright, we got these guys. Alright, I got them free. There must be others nearby. Now I'm walking down a corridor that's not on the map.
You underestimate me.
Okay, that went that way. So, now which way? Back up to Emmerich?
There,
Emmerich's
that's
vitality. What's that? Okay, we can't fight any of this. There's got to be another one somewhere. There's more than one.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wait, there. Okay, I see it. Now I gotta get there. I can't go straight. Okay, so this hallway is, you go in each side. I don't know if I'm gonna get there in time. If I get this sucker's attention to turn toward me. Get them together. Alright, that's where they're at. Okay. I almost got this. I almost lost that one. Fights in here. See if Simric needs our help. Okay, now we gotta go rescue Emmerich. Okay, that's how you do this. It's like a sideways H shape right under that ring, and you have to run to each side in the lower half. They're in each end of the hallway. Then it's like, okay, now go save Emmerich's butt. Okay, now they're targetable. And Emmerich's almost dead. Urgh. Okay, who's doing the shooting? Come here. Come on. I'm the one you want. Come on. Me. Okay.
Okay, I'm fighting the second group trying to hurt the refugees. I mean, hurt the hostages.
I'm trying to get hate on all of them. Get them off Emmerich. Okay. And the Nitwitch's gonna run right in the middle of battle. Oh, I wish I had a healing spell right now. Because he is near dead. Nope, 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 nope. Start healing his ass. He's almost dead.
Shit, I didn't do the other bonds. Crap. Hold on. I gotta run back over
Okay.
there.
A near-dead Emmerich is running for it.
Run, 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 run. Shit, 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 shit.
I'm gonna let him heal up a little bit. Okay, he's healed up.
Their bonds.
Okay, I just heard the snap from
5 of 6 hostages saved.
The 6th one you get after you save Emmerich.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm headed for Emmerich now. Running, 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 running. Oh, frick, Emmerich is in trouble. Okay.
it barely saved him.
Get off of him.
So being a tank came in handy.
my boy some heals. The big baddie's down. Okay. Oh, now he's healing. Up.
Where is he? Where is he?
She does get a voice part, so...
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
This has got to be why they highlighted her so much throughout the story. For this moment.
What? But I...
Vidofne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
This turned Ishgard on its head more than the defeat of it than Nidhogg. This is truly what ended it.
Saw a dragon save a child. It's like,
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinien? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
You know, that's not something you see every day.
Ah.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for lasting peace with the Giovannians.
I have an observation about all
But I would
this.
not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of horsifying you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
Mom was worried about Montreal, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know what's really interesting? The Warriors of Darkness were inadvertently responsible for saving that girl's life. They may not realize it, but the Warriors of Darkness saved her life.
Yeah, because they took care of Ravana.
They took down Ravana, which freed up the Dothnir, who brought her in here in time to save her.
Mm-hmm.
And this event, more than any other, is what changed Ishgard.
Yeah.
I mean, the other events, the defeat of the Archbishop and the eventual defeat of Nidhogg are biggies, but I think for the people, this is even bigger.
Yeah. They have to do something about. They have to do something about that, about their system of government.
They do eventually. They sort that out. They realize what they have just doesn't work anymore. Not that everything has changed.
Yeah.
But it's still interesting to me that the Warriors of Light inadvertently triggered this.
The Warriors of Darkness, you mean?
I'm sorry, the Warriors of Darkness inadvertently triggered this. So that they had an impact on this world that was positive without even realizing it.
Yeah.
They helped us and didn't even know they had done so. That's when the Ascian sitting in the shadows goes, "Oh!"
All right, Alphanod.
That is true.
This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnir could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival.
Well, time scarcely does it justice, but one moment later would have been a moment too late.
Let us pray that the Ishgardians who yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fortom's Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye.
A moment, Tygra. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? Okay, Dave, he's got 3 choices. He held his own in the vault. He got on well enough with Hilda. I'm not sure how to put it into words, but... Dave?
Yeah.
Okay, there he is. There's a choice. Which one?
I'm still trying to sort that out, too. I'll go with the third one.
I'm not sure how to put it into words, but... So you sense it too. A subtle change, imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice it at first, but upon closer examination, I saw that his etheric flow had been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect he has the ability... that his ability to manipulate Aether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness, instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey, and when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed the most sensible to wait. But it is still a little more than speculation until I have proof. Pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Krell may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last? Other thing I was going to say, there was a third thing I was going to point out, but I can't remember what it was. Thancred. There is one interesting thing about Thancred. You'll notice his hair covers part of his face.
Yeah.
But there's a later scene where you see his face differently because of a piece of gear he's wearing, and you can see one of his eyes is like Ystola's. He's partially blind. I don't know if they carry that through down the road, though.
I don't think they do.
Welcome, Master Khan. Shall I show you inside the manor? Okay, I'm ready with Alfie.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
They were talking about how... Oh.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours, long overdue. But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emeric was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince Houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
Alright, Dave.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm not that far. Okay, now I am. I was just a few lines behind.
Yep. Yeah, we're
okay,
letting Dave pick. We're letting Dave pick these choices.
So
the first one seems right.
A knight lives to serve.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horchefon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You are a sister to Horchefon. Will you be a sister to me as well? Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emeric, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
It was like, what? I have to actually do some work?
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
In the words of Count Edmund de Fortant, heavensward, as goes light, so goes darkness. Did you know that guy, the voice actor for Count Edmund, had passed away, Mike?
Yeah.
Somebody's where he shouldn't be. This is thy proof? The Gurin Oracles, Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning, and one of the path we had been set upon.
Oh, they're in the Gubal Library.
Yeah! Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done.
I think we found another Scion or two.
Well,
I think you were reading. Everyone has their orders. The masks will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them.
I fear it will be bloody.
By the Valgar head better be. Kind of focused, kind of strange there, ain't they?
We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have other responsibilities.
I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them. Every one. That's the most forceful she's ever been with Papalimo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the observation I've been trying to get to and trying to remember. The one thing about this entire encounter has been of the opposition that could have fought back with the change of the dragons, of those who cannot live in this new world. The fact that the church made their move so early, as opposed to just, people in the streets, they were the biggest opposition.
Yeah.
So having them kind of eliminate themselves from the equation this early did help.
Yeah.
Because if they had waited a little bit longer, they might have been able to do far worse damage for their own cause. They screwed up. They got impatient.
Yeah, they got impatient and they acted too soon.
Rashly and too soon, and that's why this went badly for them. But they would be the biggest opposition that could have swayed Ishgard a different direction. They screwed themselves up by what they did.
Yeah.
And then Vidofnir rescuing that girl, that really screwed their position up. Because they're the ones responsible for throwing her out the window, and it was the dragon that saved her. Mm-hmm. That's going to stick.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But it doesn't clear all the evidence. I think this might be the beginning of 3.2.
Okay.
So we get a little ways into it.
Oh, yeah.
Affinite, Tygra, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamane, Hoary Boulder, and Colnet.
Really? Has something happened?
No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scion's good name has been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limbs of Lamensa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on.
Quite. But what wonderful news. To think that our reunion is close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphanod. Thancred and Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia.
And we may have found the answer. Tygra, were you when you were fleeing Udal? Let me start over. Tygra, when you were fleeing Udal with Minfilia, you said that Hyland spoke to her shortly before you parted ways. Yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it's not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hyland commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all quite hypothetical, but I promise that such intervention, however subtle, might surely leave some residual trace. A lingering disturbance in the aether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data.
Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Momo failed the Ultima weapon. And the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Hyland intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the astral aether within. The two of you alone? I have a proven knack of subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Momo come along, who will see to Flamen's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tatru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Lamensen docks? Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels.
Been a while since we've been that direction.
Yeah. Okay. Limbs of Lamensa. Boy, it's gonna be a long ride.
Yeah.
That might be our last thing we do tonight.
That'll be where I stopping point. I was gonna say that's gonna be a stopping point.
Yep.
Because that is a bit of a ride.
Yeah, long trip.
There's two choices. You know what? I'll give Dave the choice. Dave, there's two choices heading back. There's cut through the Shroud or cut through Mordona. Which do you prefer?
Go through Bedrola.
Okay.
That'll cut the distance a bit.
I'm going the wrong way. Where am I?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, you went the opposite the way I would have.
And I made the mistake of following you.
Who's more foolish, the fool or the fool who follows him?
Darn it, Obi-Wan.
I actually can say that at work. Man, they need to turn some lights on down here. This is dark.
Yeah.
Well, that's the interesting thing. See, we have recently moved to Linux. This entire stream has been running on Linux.
Yep.
And one of the things that I have noticed is the fog effect that is the foggish kind of effect that's in Final Fantasy on Windows doesn't exist here.
Yeah.
And the overall brightness is the gamma levels are a little darker.
Everything used to have this weird gray.
There's this gray cover on everything.
Gray cover on everything. It was just everywhere.
We used EMB to kind of get rid of it. But
reshade.
Reshade.
It was G shade at first, and G shade decided to go and implode, and then reshade to get rid of it.
And so we use that to get rid of that fog effect. And I was worried about it because that doesn't really work here on Linux, from what I understand.
Yeah.
But I haven't needed it because the fog effect doesn't really occur here. The brights are very bright and the darks are very dark. Just sometimes the darks are really dark.
Yeah.
Also, even on the same hardware, I mean, this is the same machine that used to run Windows, certain effects like rain and stuff look somewhat different now.
Yeah, you see it the way I've been seeing it.
Because for me in the past it was very subtle.
Yeah.
But it's not so subtle anymore.
No.
But there's been minor visual differences between the way it used to look on Windows and the way it looks now. There's just the systems on Linux are, it's the same hardware. I didn't change any hardware. So it's just the operating system, and yet same operating system, same game software, and yet it looks visibly different with all the different layers in between.
Yeah. I'm so glad that grayness is gone.
Oh, yeah, I do. I'm glad I didn't have to fight with that.
I don't know why it has that on the Windows side.
I don't either.
It makes it so ugly. It makes it look like you're constantly looking through a... Makes it look like
fog.
There's fog or Vaseline smeared on the lens.
Yeah, and it's just constant, and you can't do anything with it. But we used, like I said, we used to use EMB to get rid of it, but Linux didn't need it.
There was a shader in Reshade specifically for getting rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
There was that much of an issue. People made a shader that got rid of it. Yay. I've noticed colors pop better now and everything. It almost
looks like I'm using the EMB.
Yeah, it almost looks like we're using it, but we're not.
But we're not. So I've been quite pleased at that.
Oh man.
Blaze. Blaze. Blaze.
Oh. Okay.
Typhoon Sight.
There it went. Oh.
Typhoon Sight.
There's usually 3, sometimes 5. For some reason, our sneezes come in fits. I don't know if it's visible in the stream or not, but I've got an FPS counter from Steam down in the bottom right-hand corner. And right now I'm like a solid 60. Not like this game was hard to drive. It may not show up.
I don't think it's showing up in your stream.
I don't think OBS is capturing the Steam overlay.
No, it's not.
I put it on to see what my frame rate would be on other games. When I'm playing Fallout 4, it is stuck at 36. Frame rate is locked at 36 no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing. Even
is that in the game itself?
Yeah, it's a locked frame. The game has a locked frame rate. The physics
is there a mod that
in the game
unlock it?
If you do, the game starts acting super weird.
Oh, you know what? That's probably because it's probably based on a PlayStation version or something.
Game logic and physics are tied to frame rate in Fallout 4.
Ah, so if the frame rate changes, physics go ballistic.
Oh, the game starts acting super stupid when you unlock the frame rate. I used a mod once.
That's not very good design.
I used a mod once to unlock the frame rate, and the game just went completely apeshit.
You think there's a way to separate the two?
I know, you would think, but there doesn't seem to be. But everywhere, even when I'm in downtown Boston, frame rate is locked at 36. And I'm playing the game on Ultra.
I think right now, in Boston, I think the temperature is frame rate locked at 36.
Yeah, north there.
There's been some cold lately.
It's been cold. We were still up in Michigan. We'd be huddled in front of the. We'd be huddled in front of the heater.
Because that's where it's supposed to be really cold.
Yeah.
Because they got like a cold blast coming through. Some places are going to get like negative 20-ish. Yeah. Brr.
And that's before wind chill.
Yeah. That's the hard number. So, and they're supposed to be getting some wind too. Hard wind. Some places are supposed to be getting some serious wind.
Oh, hurricane force winds.
Yeah. I'm like, dang.
Could be like that damn land hurricane that hit Maryland at one time. Remember that?
Well, that was part of a moving storm system. This is just sustained wind.
I know. We were in Maryland in your place. You felt a disturbance in the force.
I was sitting there doing something else. I was playing a game, doing something. I don't know what it was. I was just sitting there doing my thing, and then I literally look up, and it's like I just know, and I'm like, check the weather, and it's just like I don't know. There's this thing coming, and we were just sitting there waiting on it, and then the lights went out before it even got to us. I'm like, oh, that's creepy. Yeah, I just like felt a disturbance in the force.
Yeah, you felt a disturbance in the force and told me to check the weather, and then there's this thing that looks like the damn amoeba from Star Trek, just creeping along the ground. It's like this.
And it just blows through there, and it just tears everything up.
And it's this damn land hurricane that just tears the shit out of everything, and it cuts the power.
We left the power went out, and it was out for, I think, for us it was out for at least 3 or 4 days, and then for some areas they had to go on a week or more. And we left because it was midsummer, and it was hot. I think almost 100 degrees, and so I said, pack up, grab the cats, let's go. I told Dave, I said, Dave, pick a direction, don't care which direction, and just drive until we find something reasonable. So he knew the north route because his family used to live up in that way, and so he just drove, and we found a little town up there. Does anybody remember the name of that town?
No, I don't remember it.
I think it was York.
York, Pennsylvania, and they had a nice little hotel there, and apparently a bunch of famous people had stayed in.
Yeah.
I think the Clintons had stayed there once. I think Elvis had stayed there. Reagan had stayed there. A bunch of stuff. So anyway, we stayed there, and it was a nice place. They took pets, so we had a Mystic with us at the time.
Yeah.
And we stayed there for like, what, 2-3 days? Until I finally got the message from our homeowners association that the power was back on. Yeah. We got back, and it was a menace. It was still everything all over the place. Our icebox was just, ugh. It was bad.
We had fish up there, too. And it stank.
Yeah, it was bad. So, anyway, so it took a while for everything to get back to normal, but it messed everything up.
But the heat and humidity just made it unbearable. We tried using your ups to keep the fans on, but that didn't last long.
We didn't have the batteries in, the kind of things you see now.
Oh yeah,
if we had what we had now, that little solar panel device, we'd been gold because sun. So that could have worked, but still.
Right, Flamin.
And this will be the last quest for tonight.
Yep. Oh, Momo, how have you been? Come here. Let me have a good look at you. Thank the 12. One hears the strangest things in foreign lands. I worried about you every day. I think you were reading.
We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us in the markets, it was all we could do to escape. Gitaru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hannish vessel.
It pained us not being there when you needed us most, but we made the most of it, didn't we? Didn't we, Coltonet? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter.
Oh, she doesn't know yet.
What do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? Forgive me. I am sure you are doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return, and busy myself in the meantime.
For a certainty there is much and more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it.
Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions, and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah!
They're gonna make us ride all the way back.
Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones. Yep. To the Rising Stones. We have to ride all the way back.
Oh, this is the scene I think they show his face. Look at his eyes. That's the one normally covered.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business, then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
That's the one that's out.
Yeah.
It's got the same funkiness that
Why must
the
you
Shillas
be so
does.
disappointed
It's not as severe,
depressed?
though.
You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favoured me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every Scions. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future. She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope. And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
That's a good spot right there.
Okay.
Even if the quest isn't done. Because that means riding all the way back. But a good ride is a good way to start tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good spot.
Alrighty then. And this is
it's
where
interesting
we're going
because
to leave it off.
From my understanding, in that parade, when the Warrior of Light gets there for the very first time, it was the opening cutscenes to Final Fantasy 1.0. You experienced those events, but from my understanding, the echo was stronger back then. When you had those experiences, you actually did interact. That's why they make that comment that you could sometimes interact with events around you, but you cannot change the results. In that parade, you do see a young Asilia, is what she was called at the time. You were actually seeing the past in that cutscene. That wasn't current. You were seeing a history. So that's my understanding of what had happened. Is you were actually having an echo event at that moment during that parade. You weren't actually there.
Yeah.
So because that's why you have Asilia in that scene, but you meet Minfilia later. Because those had been the prior things when that event had happened.
Yeah. And that's the very first cutscene you'd see when you started the original Final Fantasy.
When 1.0 first came out, if you chose the job in Ul'dah, those scenes were how your story would begin.
Yep.
I wish I had known about the what do you call it, tattoo, or I'd have kept those characters. I didn't know they had them.
Yeah. Basically the same ones. Are they the same ones?
No, they're different. They're on your back. They're on your back.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen a photo of them. They're not on the side of the neck like it is for the Scions. They're actually stamped on your back. but I didn't know, and I was redoing some characters. I wanted to see the story fresh, so I just recreated them, not knowing about it. When I found out about it, I'm like, oh well, crap. So my only evidence is somewhere in my massive pile of data. I've got screenshots of one of my early characters standing outside Ishgard. That's what drove me nuts from 1.0 to 2.0. Is I always wanted to see Ishgard.
One interesting point of trivia is during that scene, the voice of Heidelin was Claudia Black.
Yeah, she actually voiced the original Heidelin.
Yeah.
Joanna Roth is who's doing it now, and she's the one that carries on to certain characters later on.
Yeah.
I didn't know she had started this early.
Apparently she did.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. It's a voice you'll come to know very well.
Oh, yes. Alrighty then.
Yep, that's it.
We will continue the quest, going to a tearful reunion with everybody at the Rising Stones tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, I want to thank everybody who came on to watch the stream today. We didn't have only had like one person make a comment in the chat on Kick today. It's fine.
We've had a few people watching. The number's been pretty steady. It's been low, but it's been steady for most of the stream.
I've been meaning to set up the restreaming service for a while. I wanted to make sure that our internet was stable again, and it's
yeah, because
stable.
it's this kind of connection is way more sensitive to disconnects to a funky connection than YouTube alone.
Yeah,
that's why we couldn't adopt this until now.
Yep. So now we're able to do it. And it is working.
Yep.
It is working very well. It's actually working better than Restream did. I'm liking this service. As I said, it's even cheaper than Restream. Alrighty then. We will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time and go on till 10 or maybe a little after 10 like we're doing. But we try to stay on this schedule because this is, as I said, this is the best time that we can do it without too many interruptions on Dave's side from the people at the nursing home. No, there are occasional interruptions like there were yesterday, but they didn't interrupt him today.
No, at least not that we know of.
Not that we know of. He has.
If it's something small, that's why he's got the voice thing on, so that way we don't have to worry about them not knowing they're getting broadcast all over the web.
Yeah. But we will be. We haven't completed this block of New Game Plus yet. The second block, the fourth block, that will be what's leading into Stormblood.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
And it's been a while since I've seen some of that.
Doesn't this block end in the final steps of faith?
Thereabouts.
And then I think the fourth block is the story of that, what they call it, the Griffin.
Yeah, it opens that story up. Yep.
It opens that up, and then that leads to Balasar's Wall, and then the whole...
This is all stuff that Dave has already seen.
Yeah, this is all he's seen. We're recapping the whole story for him before we
honestly, I've needed a few pieces of it myself.
I know, there's a lot of stuff that we didn't remember. But we were recapping the story for him so that, he knows everything that's been that happened before going into Shadowbringers and Endwalker. Which, all the things that are happening now culminate in those two expansions.
Oh, yeah.
They pretty much tie almost every thread in those two expansions. Especially Endwalker.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a few things that they haven't tied off. But Endwalker pretty much put a nice bow on the whole thing.
It tied it so solid. People were kind of worried about the future of Final Fantasy.
I know.
And actually, they kind of still are because of some of the chaos in the story of Dawntrail.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what I've heard some things. Not gonna say what, but I've heard some things that
I think they're going to make adjustments, and they're not going to pull some of the same shenanigans again.
Yeah.
I think they've learned their lesson the hard way.
Yes. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. Same time, same bat channel.
Yep.
We'll see you then.
Say goodnight, Dave.
Everybody. Yep. Say goodnight, Dave.
Good night.
All right.
And have a nice evening, everyone.
Yep. Stay warm if you're in the cold areas.
Yeah, definitely, because that's dangerous levels of
areas.
cold. Definitely try to keep warm. Watch your animals and plants, too.
Oh, definitely. It is cold here. The heat is on. But it's not that cold.
No, it's not that cold here.
All right.
It's chilly.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.